Welcome everybody, wherever you are. You're with me, HANLECK, on HANLECK'S TV. I'm sure you're well and everything's well about you. You're watching this video as I'm trying to give you what's happening in Malawi. This is the Vice President of Malawi, Dr. Michael Usi, who is also a comedian, but now he's the Vice President. What's happening here is that the Vice President is giving people food items from his boot of his car. And there are more people here. I think this is a Cheu, should be in Cheu. So people are receiving help from him. But there are more people. Whatever the Vice President is doing is a good job. Right? He's doing everything that every person who has got money or who is rich can do. Because first of all, you have to have something in order to give. If you don't have, you can't give. So the president is doing this. Sometimes I keep on asking myself, why is the vice president doing this? Does he not trust the government system to provide assistance to the people, to provide food to the people? Doesn't he not trust the system? Because he's the government himself. He's in the executive. He's the vice president. So, is the system not able to help the people that he's personally doing the job of going around in villages, in towns, everywhere, and give people help? Or should we say that before he became the vice president, he was also doing the same thing? That giving is his part of life? And the question is, if the vice president is doing this because the system in Malawi cannot help to give Malawians best help. You know, the food that the vice president is giving is for short term, is for maybe a day. But what about the rest of the life of the people? What would they eat tomorrow after this food is finished? Now comes in the system of the government. The services of the government must work effectively. People should not queue to get help, but the system should be able, services should be able to help people, or people in Malawi. So we need to make our systems to work effectively. Unlike driving my car, go to somewhere else and tell people, come here, I'm giving you food. I think we don't have to be doing that in this nation. We need to do the best. Of course, Malawians are poor, but let's not make them full. You know, what it happens when these people are receiving help like this from the people, they begin to worship you, thinking you are somebody who can solve their problems. But how can you solve the problems? And will you be able to help all Malawians like this forever? I don't think we need this kind of thing we are doing in Malawi to make Malawians look like fools. And here it is at the residence of the vice president as well. in Moody. People are happy. Like now, you can see it's a large number of people. It's a large group of people here, right? And they are here also waiting to get help, maybe to eat, right? That's what is happening in Malawi. People are taken for granted. Malawians are taken for granted. All these people who are here, can you tell me someone can manage to help them? And many Malawians are so disparate. Because they're poor. But we are making lives of the people to be like just not something which is so important. Human life is more important, right? As a nation, instead of coming up with best ways of how we can help Malawians, we are today making Malawians fool. We are telling them to sing songs for politicians. We are telling them to dance for politicians. Where are we going as the nation with all this? Yes, it is good to help, but don't do this in a way that people should look at you as more special than them. Helping people because you want to get fame, you want to have political mileage, this should not be done. But we should, as we've been given responsibility as servants of the people, imagine Moses in the Bible was doing this to the people, trying to be himself like a god and idol, people to worship him. I'm telling you, Israelites could have perished. All of them could have perished. The Hebrews could have perished. But today, we have good leaders who are now becoming idols. They have forgotten their duty. They have forgotten that they're there to save people. But they're responsible to the people as well. Because you need to work as servant of the people, not as a boss, not as an idol. If you want to build a better nation, Malawi, as a better nation, we must know that we need to work as servants for the people. Don't take people for granted. Let us build effective systems that are perfect and excellent, which can be able to help Malawians. Malawians should not be queuing for help for food items. Malawians should not be coming to the houses of residence of the presidents, ministers, and everybody else to look for help. Malawians should be in their homes doing their family jobs, helping their children, not to come like here and make them fools. More of them are young people, women, and even men that are there. But what are we doing? What do you want to achieve? All this group of people is desperate, wants help. I'm telling you, if we can go on like this in this nation, we are not going to be developed. Our mindset must be developed. Everything about us must be developed. How can we do that? We are at the government not because we want to steal, but we're there to work for the people, to give people what they need, to make sure that we come up with systems that are going to look after the needs of the people. Perfect systems, not like what these politicians are doing. These politicians are not helpful. And I'm telling you, these politicians like this now, the dancing, that people are looking at them as idols. What's happening here? Is this what people are looking for? It's very sad. Some people say, no, these are the members of the political party that belongs to the vice president. But I'm like, no, but we don't need this. I'm speaking this for the rest of the political parties, for the rest of the people in Malawi who are leaders. Don't take people for granted. Make Malawians to be so important. Don't make them to look useless. It's not good and it's not great. We can make a better nation. We can bring prosperity to the people. Thank you for watching.